Ôi à. Da, 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 da. Địch vào.
Add Astra.
Kiếm được giải tòa. Tốt đấy. Ôi bật độ.
For justice.
For justice. Justment, justice.
You are not welcome.
Uglay, you're up. Positions. Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outlines your fate. All eyes on me.
Gotcha. We'll meet again.
Thôi, rồi.
Stay put. Draw my strength. Ring cutter. Know my sword. This way through. Dance with the waves.
Again.
Clear đúng nhanh luôn. Ôi ạ.
You are not welcome here.
Real fast Uglay. You're up. Let me weave you a verse. Now.
Meet again.
Go.
Ok, full. Trời, hai cái tăng trị liệu.
Here. This dance is for you. Witness the power of Gura. Know my soul. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Ôi dồi ôi. Thoát. Ôi dồi ôi. Lại thấy được bí kíp. Well. Trời, easy. 100 tiếp. Perfect. À. Ủa, mẹ thật đi. cheerful. Này có rồi. Tu tu tu. Này rồi nè.
I see everything. With all my strength. Dance with the waves.
Hiếu một. Vòng một không biết là nằm đâu cơ.
Everyone hold in. Positions.
Ôi dồi ôi, here. Ôi, mình đây cơ.
Wow, what a look.
Chưa luôn. Holy shit.
Nice.
That's right.
Everyone hold in. Positions.
Now please subscribe. Ôi dồi. Oh, beep, beep, beep. Ba, 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 ba. Ôi ôi ôi. Sẽ thấy được rồi.
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
Trời ơi.
Take it easy. Let me help you pack this up.
Là easy. À, tê chân. Ôi. Món gì đây? Chà. Một chắc. À, tay chân. Before you...
Meow. It's you made me jump there. I thought they'd finally caught me. Objectively speaking, the trouble was entirely of my own making. Half an hour ago, I was at Hotel de Bourg. Probably is that so? We took all the kids from. Anyway, it just so happened. Yep, you know. In fact, the show's art is not at the drinks reception, being the center of attention. The other thing is. Oh, sorry. No, we just met. Well, it'd be. Yeah, that's right. Nope. Her stomach's been growling. But the well, it's fine. Poof! A photometer. It looks pretty over the top, I know. The way it works is... well... For example, I just have to believe...
À.
Huh. I didn't like... Clearly, there's some design flaws. Let's see. 4. Well, the car. If you want to get the right. So, to put it another way, or why don't? Thank you. Here, take the. Also. All right. So, we're looking for Bonnie's owner? There's 20 cards in total, numbered 1 to 20. I should also mention, this time the cutoff was to put in perspective.
Yes, 100 luôn rồi. Mấy cái nhiệm vụ 100 này mệt lắm luôn ý.
Every stupendous day starts with a steam bird. Oh,
Yep. If there's...
why, of course.
Well, we've registered... Also, I just wanted to say... Well, I should probably... If you've got some time, you... Alright.
À,
I believe this cat.
I already told you.
Just take a... Oh, you're here.
This is my friend's cat. He's...
No, no, it's far more. Bonnie?
That's the name I've given.
cái
Well, this complicates things.
I told you before. This is my friend's cat. It's normal for her not to trust.
Listen, I'm the director of the Humane Society, okay? She just looked somewhat familiar, so if she turns out to be one of ours, I'll take her back. Simple as that. We're an organization that specializes...
The Humane Society. Huh.
Yes, that's the one. Anyway, if it turns out I really am mistaken, I suppose that...
It belongs to my friend.
Go on, Bonnie.
Oh, nope. Looks like I was mistaken. They do look similar, but there's an ever so slight well, I suppose this means I still have a missing cat to...
Oh,
Wait a second.
you lied? I'm afraid.
A liar always has a tell. The look in their eyes.
What are you talking about?
Normally, when someone is called out, their breathing. If you're a bad guy.
And
Intuition.
you're right. A couple of days ago, our suspect... I just so happened to stumble upon your notice in the Steambird. So, I decided to see... The impact of this case has been a new kind of illegal drug. We confiscated and criminals after the original synth debacle. We put several measures into place to prevent similar incidents from occurring. We only recently got word of the presence of imitation synth overseas. We managed to track down the Marechaussee Phantom launched and he's a researcher at the Fontaine...
Favor.
The Marechaussee Phantom. At first, it was only later that obviously, this discovery prompted a...
That's not possible, actually.
Exactly. The family is engaged in all manner. Pierre is one of those very survivors. He's been hiding away in the Fontaine Research Institute all these years. Well, my fellow guard, there could be a chance that Pierre or one of his if I take Bonnie back, I have to admit, well, I've got some other leads to follow up on.
No, it's just... It was at a... But before anything worse... Yep. After all these years. Don't worry about... He's been acting strange. Thinking about it now. It's very possible. Even after all these years... You'll have to help me teach him a lesson if we run it. Yep. I want to... A little bit of both, perhaps. Okay. I'll write a...
ôi giời ơi.
Lynette, you're, not at rehearsal?
You can drop the act, brother. In fact, I don't think either of us will have a need for acting anytime soon. You should know better than to try and keep something from me. You've never been able to do that, even when we were kids.
And that's why I tried to distract you with the masked mime show. But I guess you're just too good.
Care to introduce us to your new assistant?
This
Yeah.
is Officer Shavras, captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. You may have met her already.
Nice to see you. I should clarify something. Mr. Linney's here at my invitation, not the other way around. To borrow your we've brought on Mr. Linney as a consultant in the past. He was instrumental in helping us crack a case involving a perpetrator who used magic tricks to commit crimes. I was hoping he'd be able to provide some valuable insight this time. That's exactly what. Whoever was behind it all was extremely cautious. They didn't leave a shred of evidence. This very fact, however, leads me to believe it was indeed the work of that. I took a look at the entrance and exit records of all the carriages that night. Don't worry, I don't have any evidence to that effect, and I certainly don't plan on going to bat for such a despicable family. I sought Mr. Linney's help with the smuggling case. Nothing more. The way I look at it, it's a collaboration between us as people, not the organizations we represent. Besides, by work, not at all. I was planning to invite you from the very beginning, Miss Lynette. It's just that my assistant here raised some
Linny, I'm not that little girl who did nothing but cower in the corner in fear. She doesn't need saving and-
I'm sorry, Lynette. You're right.
Oh, and the next time you want to distract me,
Who's this?
it's-
well, if there are no...
It appears the Lefebvre family was the family would use different emblems to mark differences in status, blood relation, and the like. In fact, the insignia that was
It's highly likely. That very
We discovered something interesting, though. After talking to some of his co-workers, it appears he pretty much works at the Institute.
Apparently, Pierre was one. He claimed it was just for research purposes, but the Institute revoked his access. But it seems the Institute ran into some trouble along the way. Could have been a lack of personnel or a timing issue. As for his family background, it appears none of his co-workers at the Institute were other than the pendant. We didn't find, based on the samples of it, those traces might not be. We didn't find any records indicating possible involvement in overseas transactions either.
Well, his neighbors did say he would, if his reclusive nature was just...
After he disappeared,
The Poisson. You know Hotel de
a cat?
Bonnie is Pierre's cat.
Oh, that's right!
From what we've learned about Pierre's habits, he doesn't seem like the type to venture out without a purpose. So what you're saying, Lynette, is that Bonnie couldn't have gone missing in Poisson.
Exactly. Bonnie might even know where it is.
Wait, you think the cat can lead us there?
Meow.
Well, I've certainly never taken a witness statement.
Well, if it works out, maybe...
Cats and humans are actually pretty. Of course, body language has its limitations.
The important thing is that we now have a lead.
Rồi.
It's raining again? Oh, this isn't good. If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way.
Seems like Bonnie is trying to
Tự nhiên có mấy cái miếng thịt cá ở đây vậy? What?
Guard
Artemex ahead.
Look out!
Ờ.
All eyes on me. Grow, grow, grow. Stop.
Busted.
I see everything. Positions. Go get it, Uruguay! Uruguay, you're up!
Quẹ. Mẹ mà đi đúng nhanh
Wow,
luôn.
Lynette, you found this place so easily. If I thought there was any...
Sounds familiar. I pretty much receive letters.
Let's...
Aha! Just... Looks like he's got more than just... These cleaning agents are likely used... The Special Patrol did some dig... It must have taken a considerable amount of time and skill to ensure all those traces get washed away. But what are these other drugs for?
The material these bags are made of, it's quite rare. It's the very same, actually. Romaritime flower fiber. But there's something special. Even the strings look specially designed. I came across some bags made of the same, very similar. But what could these big bags be for then?
Quẹ.
When the Marechaussee Phantom searched Pierre's house, there was no sign of these barrels, right? You're right. That doesn't seem like his way of doing things. Only the lower halves of the barrels appear to have...
Based on the various ingredients we've found, this appears to be where Pierre was cooking up his imitation synth. It looks like he used a special cleaning agent to get rid of...
So then he transferred the imitation synth into small sealed bags and took it somewhere else for the drop-off.
No. I don't believe our suspect is the kind of person who'd go around carrying the cleaning agent in sealed bags might get past...
The barrels we found were wet around the base, but the top half was dry.
Yes. With flotation rings around the body of the barrels, they'd stay upright in the water.
You think he used floating barrels?
But then, wouldn't the barrels be carried off by the waves or the currents? How would the person...
Traveler, can you come take a dip in... Don't be scared! The wreckage of a small boat? This isn't the place. This isn't the place. time to go up and report.
Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away.
Yeah. Your way.
As expected, with this anchoring system, it would be possible to. We also came across.
Let's talk this through. Based on the evidence,
It could be that he was trying to avoid meeting up.
It seems like.
Well, if that's the case, they must not have a very close.
let's not jump to any conclusion. The most important thing is that we can now confirm Pierre wasn't. Let's say for now that he was only in charge of producing the imitation synth. That would mean there has to be at least one other person involved in the operation, likely in charge of transporting the goods across the border.
Since we've determined that the goods were transported by boat, maybe we can.
We can certainly check the various ports for that information. It's possible, however, that Pierre's associate also used a small boat for the transport, and docked along the shore rather than at a large port. If that's the case, absolutely. Before Pierre disappeared, we made sure to investigate. Unfortunately, we were never able to find out how they managed. You're right. Whatever, they must have found a way to disguise the image. Exactly. We can't let.
I'll run home and ask some of my
I should also head back and update my platoon on our progress.
All right. Come on, Bonnie. You too.
Sunny days are so warm and cozy. They make me sleepy.
Oh, Lynette.
Did something happen?
Oh. I see. Thank you for everything you're doing for the people of Fontaine. I'm in charge of guarding the port.
Looks like I've got another hard day of work ahead of me. No, not usually. It's this incident that happened recently. Before that, everything was normal. All we had to do was confiscate anything suspicious and we could call it a day. Pretty simple stuff. But things are much more complicated now. We somehow let suspicious cargo pass through the port undetected. Not even our guard poodles were able to sniff it out. Even worse, we
By suspicious cargo.
Yep. However,
So what happens to the goods you.
oh, we keep them if the goods are only
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, you brought Gerard with.
Actually, he followed me here himself. Huh. I wonder where.
Huh? We were so careful.
Why don't you have a look at the travel logs first? All ships coming in and out of the port are recorded here.
The Humane Society. Their name is all over the exit.
Ah, the director of
Bernard, the director. Have you figured it out too, Traveler? When Bernard asked to take a
Wait, what?
the sealed bags we found at the secret base. There were gaps around the lids of the barrels, and airbags were used to keep those drug shovers found at the secret base. Pure.
The sealed bags combined with an animal's body.
During our inspections,
Exactly. I bet Bernard she's probably in the clear. Otherwise, Bernard would have never left without her. I'm guessing he didn't know whether Pierre had already hidden the next batch of imitation synth before he fled. Just imagine. He sees the notice we put in the Steambird, and it turns out that one of the very cats he gave to Pierre for the smuggling operation is out in the open. If Pierre had already hidden the next batch of imitation synth, then...
So, that's why he...
wait a second, I'm a little lost here. If you've got something as convenient as a floating...
In order to make sure the animals could... That step would have required a lot of energy, as well as a certain amount of technical expertise. We've already proven how easy it is to pick...
Okay.
Into a position like this. Then move like that. Add Astra Abyss. Thank
Yeah.
you for
Bạn chưa lên được 70. Đẹp thế.
The headquarters of the Humane Society should be...
Ah, you're the people from earlier.
Ây da.
After him! We can't let him get away! Give it up, Bernard.
Mercy, have mercy.
The Humane Society has done so much good over the years, and yet you have committed such an...
Look, I didn't have a choice, okay? My father cared about those blasted animals so much, he didn't bother to take care.
No one asked.
Well, after it said that I could stay, but then I would order wooden, and a few days after, that guy Pierre, look,
And when did he send...
just last night,
It's been a few days since Pierre's last...
I burned.
Sure sounds like you're...
No,
Well, we can...
I know,
Bonnie helped, too.
And it looks like she's grown quite fond of you two as well.
Máy mình rớt điện thoại. Điện thoại của mình đã bị nứt rồi. Một lần lỡ tay rớt xuống rồi.
The
Mình
investigators,
rớt
is
xuống
there
rồi chắc
still
hẻ
anything
hẻ quật.
Well, we... There's no need to rush. The Marechaussee Phantom... Why would he leave such an obvious trail for us to follow when he took so much care to not leave any traces of imitation synth in his home? Bernard claims to have received. There's no need to rush.
Now behave. And
Ow! That hurt. Ow!
Is everything really over? I still feel like the relationship between. Also. Ugh, no good. I've still got nothing, and I'm nearly out of energy. Alright. Let's go to the Humane Society before my energy for today completely runs out.
now behave. And
Ow! That hurt. Ow!
Is everything... I still feel... Also... no good. I've still got nothing. Alright. Let's go to the before my...
Cái gì đời.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Huh. I didn't like that. Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. I'll have to let Fremine know. Let's see... 4. Well, the cards felt... If you want to get the right answer, you have to let fate decide. Also, to put it another way, if picking a card... Or... Why don't you pick a card? Since I ran into you here, that... Thank you. Here, take the Fatometer. Also... Huh? What you're saying is... Since nobody's... Is that really okay? Maybe not. Besides, if someone does come looking for me or Bonnie and finds me... Back to the drinks. Nope. Besides, the drinks reception is... I might get sued for one other thing. Do you want to come with me? If you're free, I mean. Mm-hmm. didn't like that. Was I using it wrong? Maybe if... Clearly, there's some design flaws. Let's see... Which 4? Well, if you want to get the right answer, you have to let fate decide. Also, so to put it another way, if picking a card up off the ground... Or... Why don't you pick a card? Since I ran into you here, that means... Thank you. Here, take the... Also... So...
Này rành rồi.
I didn't like that. Was I using it wrong? Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. I'll have to let Fremine know. Let's see... Which card did I get? 4. Well, if you want to get the right... So, to put it another way, if picking a card up off the ground is how to not leave it to fate... Or... Why don't you... Thank you. Here, take the fate... Also... Huh? What you're... Is that real? You make a good point. Okay, so, stick around here in standby mode? Yeah, that suits me. Oh, good idea. Bonnie's definitely hungry. May as well. We could be here a while. Alright.
Lộn. Thiếu kìa. Trời ơi.
Now behave, and follow me to the interrogation room.
Ow! That hurt. Ow!
Is there something else you need?
Huh?
I see. It all...
Hey, what are you talking about? Look, even our confessed criminal here has no idea what you're saying.
Because he has been kept in the dark all along. And I assume it's the same... That never quite added up for me. Why did Pierre feel compelled to return to his home with Bonnie and the pendant, and make them so easy to find for the Marechaussee Phantom? Both of these things are in stark contrast to his usual meticulous and vigilant behavior. There's only one reasonable explanation. He probably received the following unbeknownst to him, however, the third
What? You can't be serious.
If you focus only on Bernard's test-
Wait. But that doesn't make any sense.
Yep, which is once they had instructed Pierre to expose himself, the third person wrote to Pierre again, suggesting that everything had been. Of course, Pierre's disappearance at such a sensitive time immediately made him a prime suspect. Knowing that Bonnie had last been seen with, all the third person would have to do from that point on would be to lead the Phantom to
Wait. So you're saying
Is...
Chevra said that assumptions can be. They suggested that Pierre's disappearance was an attempt, but if the disappearance is true.
Huh?
Haven't you taken this job?
You deliberately fed us lies, getting the Marshal, and you couldn't predict what they might possibly find, if given enough time. This, of course, was the main, as someone accustomed to acting from once the Phantom expanded their search. It wouldn't be long until the Phantom would figure out exactly how she had been mistreated, and turn their eyes towards the one organization that has been sending boatloads of animals out of Fontaine. It was probably Still, you soon found another opportunity. Like Bernard, you desperately wanted to confirm the contents of her stomach, so you hurried to find us. While investigating the suspect's cat, Bonnie had managed to. You manipulated the Traveler and I to help you identify Bernard as a key suspect. You used the Lefebvre name as bait to get us to join your investigation. With 2 extra
So, what you're saying is...
Of course, you did far more than that. Just now at Lumidus Harbor, were you not the person who highlighted the suspicious activities of the Society?
Oh.
You even highlighted the Society's activity. Moreover, the logs can.
And what are you trying...
I am insinuating that you had plenty of opportunity. And that's how neither the trafficker nor the manufacturer knew there was a third person who supplied the raw materials, and surreptitiously operated between them. Pierre having received the green.
I can't believe it.
So what do you think she's going to say next?
Ever thought about a...
You know very well that this case will not end until Pierre... That way, you can also pin the blame for the But you still want it to appear as if he had sent that last letter to Bernard. To do that, you either... The location would ideally allow you to keep the body hidden for some time. Well, there are only so many options to hide a person's time, especially since... As the prime suspect who will now...
How absurd. And on what grounds will you order my arrest?
Elodie Lefebvre, as the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol,
That's right. We received a
while at the harbor. And if one were to match the times of your shift...
That...
Yes, I'm sure you have already thought of a dozen.
Don't worry.
Although judging by her reaction, I assume no follow-up from us.
The Lefebvres were infamous.
Judging from the timeline, they likely arranged...
Not only that, but you brutally and cruelly abandoned your allies as...
So...
What?
Take it easy.
This should be the place.
You know, Chevraz, Paimon...
It's just as Chiori said.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's the uniform, the musket, there, but put them in a clothing boot.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. As a result.
You scratch my back and I'll
Exactly. And in some very rare cases. So, who got on her case this time?
Oh, so this...
Huh? Uter, you say?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times, so he's back at it, huh?
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a...
I just meant that Uter's done for. Now bring it in, you two.
Sure, but why?
Because this is probably going to turn into one of the...
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Has anyone ever taught you?
Huh?
Stupidity. It appears you've Oh. And if you...
Chiori.
Officer, an assault's in...
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this... Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't... Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorder...
Apologies, officer.
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to...
That's all from me.
We'll see about that.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon!
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting...
Oh. Not if I could help it, is what I said. I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse.
Insults and threats, so...
Believe it or not, they were that bad.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever... I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine's... Oh, that reminds me.
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor.
Have I? Well...
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Huh? Do you also see Navia and Clorand over there? They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on!
Take it easy.
We're back.
You were gone for an awfully long time.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to...
Sorry, Chiori. I didn't...
What are you talking about? The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rosula can take the second half. With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already...
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's...
There's really no need. I'm just...
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession forever. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything ship?
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more.
Paimon's gonna take a.
But of course, they supply us designers with funding. That's also.
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori?
Even so,
Well, I mean, with the amount of place.
then it's still not famous enough.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge then.
Wait, with that.
Alternatively, of course.
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do.
I'm sure.
Oh, what?
Why don't you come to
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes? Got it!
seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
No need. We've already booked. If you like them, though.
Ooh.
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear,
Yep, sounds good. Wait.
My husband.
They were worthless. I lost all I had to live. Do you?
I don't, and neither do I care.
Are you?
Elodie,
That's enough. Keep your.
What a joke. What a joke. Hey! Don't come any closer.
What's that?
Know what this is? Whether they're cat. Surely, you bunch.
Do you know what would happen to you if you were to run away now? The entire once word of that, would you rather go?
No.
Phew. So I was right after all. It's easier to deal with the person causing the problem than the problem itself. This is it. Looks
Guess that's probably why she suddenly flipped and knocked out Bernard.
well, given that.
Thank you for your help, everyone.
I still need to go back and. A lot has happened since then. Once I'm done talking. Want some? I hope you'll like it. Not at all. Plus, if you just think about it, great answer. Had we not run into that case, we could have spent the entire day like that. You're right. I can sense it. Something about her rubbed. Elodie tried to. Not everyone who likes cats is a humans tend to. She took a liking.
Take a deep breath. As if you're about to blow up a huge balloon.
Oh,